International Women Day Conference live with Musa Shaikh. Good evening in Middle East, good afternoon in UK and Europe, and good morning in US and Canada. And of course, our audience is global, so we should the time zones which I'm not covering, I still welcome them in this show, which is an amazing show of the day. And today is a special day. We do a lot of shows about women, but doing a conference on Women International Day is something I feel really privileged and excited. I want to thank those people who actually brought the concept of marking and celebrating a Women Day, because women over the years, over the decades, is not able to reach to the right destination which she deserves. And these kind of days are, of course, is an effort for understanding the community, to creating some awareness that women is like a man. They have emotions, they have feelings, they want to study, they want to be financially independent, they have business ideas, they want to exercise them, they want to be happy, they want to travel, they want to marry by their own wills, they want their kids to be healthy and educated. So these are the same equal dreams which a man possess these dreams equally as women has. So, but unfortunately, as based on our research and our findings in developing countries, a woman is still far away from the rights and even the right to get education. They can't marry from their own will. They are not protected on street. People try to bully them, and they have no access to the quality of life and the healthcare. And their dreams are dreams only. They are unable to translate these dreams. And our support, international support to these women in developing country has become really, really important. So this is a very special day, and I want to thank all those women who come out in the past few years and decades. They break the stigma, the perception that of the society. They study, they take the lead, they become financially, mentally, emotionally independent, and they become the milestone, the roadmap, and their footsteps are the one that actually today women is following. So you have a great contribution, and this contribution is not an ordinary contribution. You have done a great job. I also want to salute those women who really, really who born in poor families. They have no access to education. They don't have access. They can't decide for themselves what future they are going to go. And it was such misery, unsupportive community atmosphere, and the support around them. They break, they come up, they study, they get financially independent, they marry, and they are living with their kids and making their life and the family lives better and better, and becoming a role model for those upcoming women who actually don't have the privileges, but they really have dreams. So you deserve a salute, and you deserve a great admiration. And believe me, you are not alone. There are good people who are watching you, who are appreciating you, acknowledging you, that you are the role models for the upcoming women across the globe. With this, I would like to introduce you some of Berkeleyme and MS Foundation, which is an initiative for building women in different ways. So we try to cover our objectives in a holistic way. In developing countries, it's very unfortunate still in 2021, if a parent is known that they are going to have baby girl, so still they are aborting the child. They are not bringing this child in the world because they believe that this child, a baby girl, will be a burden uh, from where they are going to pay their education, what she will earn for them. But they are just keeping the boys. Look at the mentality. I don't want to embarrass any country, any community, but if you do a Google research, you will come across these countries who are still doing that, and it is a very shameful act, and we are really condemned, and we will urge a global movement to stop these kind of unethical exercises. So what we did is we tried to research on the common issues that women is facing in a developing country. First issue, of course, is the right to live. That is the first thing. Like they can, which includes that they want to marry someone, they are not allowed to marry. So we are encouraging that the administrators, the parliaments that should take care of this, that the women should be able to marry with her own free will and consent. We want that a baby girl comes in the world, parents get happy. They feel that this girl is a blessing. How they will feel it? When the governments, the administrations, the local governments, and the other the administration departments will give them some kind of benefits like free education, free healthcare. If you maintain these two things, you will see that women will come in education, and once they finish their education, they will be in the work and they will be in the business. And you should know also that the research shows that the ratio of men versus women is also distorting. More women versus men is evident in some countries, and this is a growing trend. So we need to prepare our women for the future world, because how can you ignore 50 to 55% of women in your society? The time has changed, situation has changed, circumstances has changed. So we need to also get change. So we're striving for a legislation and action implementation of these concepts of free education, free healthcare. Justice is really important. We saw that woman is the victim of injustice or justice denied or delayed. These are some circumstances, of course, in a man-dominant society. You will be surprised, and that if a woman in some countries, some developing countries, need a divorce, she don't want to live with a husband who is not kind to her for some obvious reasons. She need 2 to 3 years with lot of visits to the courts where there are no women, where people harass them, and they are unable to get the divorce in even 3 years, which is and if she get a divorce, then there is an attitude towards the divorcee women that that it sounds that a divorced woman is like a dead body in this culture. So this is really require a change. We need to bring online systems, as I will discuss in my project side. What we are doing as we are trying to bring online system that if a woman is looking for divorce nowadays, we have biometric verification through our mobile apps. A woman should apply, and the caseworker should be assigned online. So a woman should not go anywhere and struggle for divorce. Her right is should be served on the doorstep. That's what we are striving for. She should get education. We are introducing some online schools for the assisted countries. We're developing where there is no food, no shelter, no internet. So we are trying to give internet-based devices with the online British and American education, which will actually revolutionize the quality of entrepreneur and people, because these hungry, education hungry people who want to study but they don't have means to study, they don't have schools, they don't have anything that can educate them. So taking education in their home online and making them educated is the purpose of our movement. And we have already received a lot of acknowledgements and appreciation on our projects. Education can change the world, and that's why education is the solution. Of course, we have very interesting. We want to build up women for business in leadership. So, women in business is really important. I know that being a business community person, I understand that not everyone can be employed. We need to generate self-employment because self-employment bring more employment in the society, and it can any woman who has business ideas, she thinks that she has innovation, creativity, and she has a skill to manage the women. So we have a women incubation and startup center who train them free of cost, give them advisory, consultancy, how to register company, how to deal with the bank, how to make a marketing plan, how to launch a website, and top of it, the most important is these are all back-end functions I explained you. The most important is the functions, the relationship, how to find the customer. So we help in all this free of cost. Anytime you can approach us, we are here to help all the women, global women, anywhere in the world. It's not an area specific initiative. And of course, we know that not every woman wants to be a businesswoman. A lot of women is good under a teamwork and they want to be employee. And we saw that a lot of exploitation of women is observed while they are in search of job. There are employers who make fake promises, exploit them, and nothing comes out. So we are posing an online portal for women jobs, which will be authentic, organized, and linked with the employer, where women can submit their resumes and global employer can access them based on their skills and ability. So with this objectives, I feel that if we are able to get these objectives up to 50 to 60% in next 5 years, that will be a great contribution and revolution. And I'm really sure that you all are fully supportive to our objectives, as I meet and our team meet with a lot of women, and they really become a supportive partners for us. So I always welcome those women who is enthusiastic, who is want to contribute to society. If we just born, eat, grow, and make money and die, so what is the purpose of the life? This is everyone is doing, maybe a camel or a sheep or a tiger is doing the same. So only difference that we human being has, that we have to think about other human being. And the most important human being is currently there based on the attitude and the decade of deprivation and mistreatment and inequality of the women in terms of not providing them job, not providing them health care, not taking the responsibility of educating them and giving them a freedom. Of course, in the cultural and their geographical boundaries, we respect that. They should be taken in consideration. But if any geographical boundaries or culture does not allow a woman to study, to marry with her own will, so we need to see that this culture is really doable, workable or not. So with this, I will move towards my projects. The projects that we have introduced are really, really interesting and unique. So as I told you in the beginning of my conversation, that rather to build a huge asset, buildings and facilities, let's invest in technology. In COVID-19, we saw that all, even expensive, average or ordinary schools, they were forced to teach online. So means that online education is possible for those assisted, deprived and poor students who are somewhere in the remote area in developing countries, and they are not able to afford the education. So rather we spend money to raise fund to build buildings. Let's work on providing the education at the doorstep. So, and it will be a international recognized education. So that project is I'm really excited about, and this project soon will be able to deliver a lot of quality contribution to the developing countries, where and we are trying to incorporate as many kids as we can. So this project is very close to my heart also, being I feel that education is the only factor that can bring change in our life, society, and mentality, and perceptions and attitude. We try to build up the technology parks because if you see 10 years before, the biggest companies were mostly oil companies, oil-based companies. But now the companies are revolutionized. So Microsoft, Google, these kind of companies are millionaire companies, and they are coming on the top. So it's very important that we should bring women in technology, like in the web development, in programming, in movies, in editings, in all artificial intelligence, blockchain. So we want to build women technology parks that will capitalize, utilize the expertise of a women. Women is very good in programming, artificial intelligence, creativity, and beautification. They are amazing in that. I have colleagues who are working with me, and I'm really inspired. And honestly, whenever it comes to beautification of my work, I definitely go to my right hand, which everyone knows is Khalud Shaban, and she always give me the best and best productivity of what I'm looking for. Women in sports are very important. You can see that the average life of a woman is more than a man, because, but it's not that woman is healthy. That's why she is living long. No, she needs to be active in developing countries. We don't have any care about nutrition. We don't have any care about mental health. We don't have any care about the physical fitness and activity. So we want each city should have at least women's sports city, which can produce and add value in the global sports, where competitions and can bring them more financial benefits and fitness. And if a woman is fit, imagine the family is fit. Look at the kids, and even the partners. Even if they have partners, they will also be fit, because a fit person cannot accept unfit lifestyle and practices. So this project is really, really important. Women incubation and startup projects are, we want to build up these standards, a standard women incubation center, which every country, at least in a major city, can copy paste, where women can go and they share their business ideas, where they can get all the expertise at one door. Because if you go to a bank is always asking you 3 years, 3 years bank statement, which a startup generally don't have. So of course you need the incubation center, which is linked with angel investors and those who want to really support the women. And of course, before we used to study books, newspapers. In 2021, we watch movie and learn. If you want to teach us, you have to show us a movie, and this movie will have a message, and that message can be translated. Because unfortunately, a lot of population has stopped going to library, stopped buying the books. So we also need to transform. Now, if we want to bring a change on media, we need women in films, and media, so they can raise their sound. They can make movies. They can come up. They can show their feelings to the society. And of course, it will be a full reactive change management. It's not easy, but if we are able to do this successfully, we can enter into a better world which we are dreaming for. So with this, let's see, we have a lot of beautiful speakers today, and these speakers are the symbol of success and very extraordinary talent, dynamic, innovative. When I saw their profiles, I was really amused and excited that I excited to listen their success stories, their thoughts of the day. So let's see.